Welcome to Black Love Matters, where there's service therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and find our inner Brock Michelle.
or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or in this episode, I know some of y'all gonna get on me, but I'm gonna go with J-Rod. Sorry, done lied. J-Lo and A-Rod. Mm-hmm. I know neither one of them are black, allegedly, right? It depends. We had this episode about New Yorkers and is they black or they not black. I consider her a cousin. She's black adjacent. Mm-hmm. I would consider him black adjacent too. He's mixed, right?
Yeah.
He's
both of them New Yorkers.
Yeah. A-Rod is Puerto Rican.
I think so.
I thought he was black and white.
I don't know. That nigga ain't black and white. Not with the name of Alexander Rodriguez.
Oh.
How y'all be? That nigga black and white. You starting rumors with a name like Alexander Rodriguez.
I hope he is black and white because you stereotyping. The Latinos, I mean, excuse me, that's the devil jumping out of me. The Latinos don't have rank over the last name Rodriguez, do they?
Yes, they do.
Can't nobody else have the last name Rodriguez.
No.
If you don't fall into the Latino, what they call it, the dysphoria. Mm-hmm. You know, we call it the African dysphoria. Do the Latinos call it? What y'all call it? The Latin dysphoria? No, because everybody's not Latin.
No.
The Hispanic seems real racist. I don't know why. It just feels. I don't even say Hispanic because it feels racist.
But the thing is, it's a difference.
What?
Like, it's a difference between Latino and Hispanic.
I know that.
Okay then.
But what is the overarching term?
I don't know.
This is how Donald Trump voters must feel.
I don't know. I don't know.
You know, because I consider the Latino community, the Hispanic community is black adjacent. They all cousins, right? Even with the Asian culture, it's all adjacent, right? But what is his background?
I don't know.
He's black and white. Did this nigga go on Wikipedia?
I did.
I would have just typed in Alexander Rodriguez cultural background and see what came out. Where picture his mama?
I don't know.
Did they say, dang, what is his name? Well, maybe he is.
Look, I told you, Alexander Emmanuel Rodriguez.
Yeah,
that nigga ain't
Latino.
got no black and white. Girl, bye.
I might have dropped the ball on that.
And he was born in New York. He a New York Rican.
He New Yorker.
Yes.
You think?
He was born in New York.
Can y'all tell us the nationality of ethnicity? Jesus, I can't even get it out. I'm really like a Donald Trump supporter. Of A-Rod. I thought he was just black and white. It's not just, but I thought he was black and white. Nearham's not going for that. Well, first of all, he a beast. Didn't he like hit the cap for the most money you can make?
Yes.
In the baseball. Jennifer Lopez is aging backwards. I mean, they're sick. Oh, Dominican. He is black.
I told you. He is New
He is
Yorker.
black.
That follows under New Yorker.
Dominicans?
Yeah.
No, New Yorker is Puerto Rican. Near.
Well,
Not Dominican.
I would assume anybody that got
no Donald Trump supporter. You can't assume a motherfucking thing.
I would assume anybody that got the akin at the like Puerto Rican, Dominican.
Oh my God!
I would assume all of them are New Yorkers.
I don't think it works that way.
Why not? Because Dominican, Puerto Rican, New Yorker. Just add them both together because they from New York.
What about Haitian?
Hey, New Yorker.
Oh my God! I'm gonna need to see a copy of your voter registration. What party are you aligned with? Sir?
I'm an independent.
Oh, even more skeptical. I thought Nyambi was reaching. Nearham just said all of y'all in that category. What about Nigerians?
New Yorker.
What you said? Just anything with an A-N at the end. Just A-N's.
No.
You a New Yorker.
No. I would say anything that ends with I-C-A-N.
Oh, okay. It ain't just A-N.
No, it got to be the I-C-A-N.
Okay. What do Africans call themselves who grew up in New York or like from like folks from the island and stuff?
They call these whatever they call themselves.
They're New Yorkers?
No. You know, Africans, they be so damn proud. I'm Igbo. They be so that I'm Igbo.
Channeling his inner white middle class man.
You know how those niggas be.
Yeah, they do.
I'm Igbo.
Okay. And that's what I say.
Right.
That's you should hear me. I'm like, yeah.
You Igbo?
No, people ask me, is you Igbo? And I'm like, sure. I told you I embrace it now. I used to like really check people, but now they be like, is you this? Sure. You from the island? Yes, maybe. In the heart and spirit. I told you what episode I fuck up some goat. What the fuck y'all doing? I ain't doing. You heard what I said the last episode. I believe in the tea remedy. Maybe I'm Jamaican. Did Jamaican count? Oh no, that I know that.
No, baby.
Oh, Midwest. Oh, I'm sorry. We doing the show. Look, we done got. Oh, why is Niram Google Africa facts?
Yeah, I'm not African. List of African tribes because that's how they be.
Oh yeah, hey, people be down with the tribes, honey.
Cause they be like, I'm Zulu.
Okay, well,
no,
not like
no.
Shaka Zulu.
Nigga, where you from? What are you? I'm Zulu.
Don't be mad because they can go down to their tribe. You know?
I'm a Dika warrior.
I'm a Dika warrior. Don't be mad that only thing you can claim is some gang on 7 Mile. What was some gangs called there?
What you talking about? Harper Boys.
Oh my God.
Headbangers in this bitch.
What y'all think that mimic of? Come on, I ain't gonna teach y'all no history real quick.
Okay.
But shout out to them. They living their best life. They're both of their skin is gorgeous. Their kids are good. They're making plenty of money. Their body's sickening. They're traveling the world. He and her shitting on y'all. They sitting on covers. Like he's accompanying J-Lo to the Latina Music Billboard Awards, and they are a couple. Whenever they come out, I be low key hating. Now low key, I don't say goals often, but low key, high key. The way that they just embracing their 40s right now is they making it look sexy.
Yeah, yes.
Like, and don't give a fuck about any norms or any of that that's going on. You know, I always appreciate it. You know, for a minute, we was shitting on J-Lo for a minute. The way she was kind of going, you know, to different men and all that type of stuff. Like, not explicitly, but people will say some really backhanded type compliments to her. But I'm proud of sis. Live your best fucking life. If a nigga ain't doing what you're supposed to fucking do, you get your shit and you get your cheering, get your shit and get the fuck on and find somebody who will, right?
Well, J-Lo bounced back because all I can remember is when it was Sean, P. Diddy, and J-Lo in that club.
And with that gun. And she said, I'm done with this nigga shit. That's when she no longer was a New Yorican. And she became a Latina.
Look, she's Jennifer now.
she ain't Jenny from the block, honey. It's too hard to hang with you niggas. Like, you know, and the thing is having complete ownership of what she is and how she doing it. Like, I admire that, right? Like, it's something to be said about that. Go for you. Go for you too, sis.
Yeah.
Anyway, who is you?
I'm Nero.
I'm Nayambi.
And this is episode 169.
Hey.
Be sure to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher.
Yep.
Do it for Shout Out Friday.
Absolutely.
Like I said, it's like reviews are like reviews on Amazon. It really helps us out. It helps people figure out when they're looking for podcasts, because most people, especially black people, they usually just type in black podcast.
Oh, I do. I think one day I got so poor, I put in nigga podcast.
They type in black podcast, nigga podcast, shit like that. And then they go down the list. So the thing is, most of these nigga podcasts, they go defunct.
Don't say nigga. Okay. African American,
most
black.
of these black podcasts, they go defunct. They don't even let you know.
Yeah.
So the only reason you can find out is by looking at the reviews. You see recent reviews, you see recent episodes.
Yes.
You know it's something you can check out.
Yeah.
Versus some of these other motherfuckers.
You just do a half episode.
They just ghost on your ass.
They go half episode like you niggas ain't listening. Bye.
Look, I only got 100 listens. I'm done with this shit.
What's this? You only got one episode. You know, the thing is, everybody try to be the big dogs, right? You can't get them million listens, them 250,000 listens the first day. Like, you know,
right.
you gotta
You ain't nobody.
Ain't that what the old folks just say? Nigga, you ain't nobody.
You ain't nobody.
Who is you?
Like, who the fuck?
Oh, that speaks to our toxic.
Niggas be starting podcasts thinking they're going to get 1 million listeners, and nigga don't know your ass from Adam and Eve.
Please.
The fuck.
Oh,
but anyway, we appreciate if you can give us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher. You know, tell your friend, tell your mama, tell your daddy.
Yeah.
Tell all the people.
If they Holy Ghost warn, let them know we cuss a little, but I love the Lord.
She loves the Lord, but we cuss a lot.
Yeah, you say a little, but that is increased.
Yeah, and then follow us on all forms of social media. Black Love Matters. That's Black with no K.
Yeah.
What's going on with you?
Well, can I say I got some joy, and I love y'all, especially like our community. I got these candles in the mail from Nero.
Elena. Alana. Elena.
She gonna whoop your ass.
Nene.
She gonna whoop your ass. Thank you so much,
Pookie.
sis. When I tell you I got these candles, they brought me pure joy. Like, I was telling her I'm restructuring the way like I go about stuff and say things. I'm like, ain't nobody. I said, nope. I'm appreciative that my girl sent me these candles. Period. I don't got time to compare what other folks done did, not did, who did what, why. Because look, I'm my mama's child. I get to thinking, hell, I got a lot of friends, allegedly close friends, ain't sent a card, a cat, a bird, dog, moo, who, but actually really getting that, really, it brought me something. Because I've been thinking like I need some more candles, and especially I needed some for my bathroom, and we got some really good scents. Actually, I'm gonna get them. Hold on.
Okay. Well, also, because I went to the P.O. box to go get them. And let me tell you about these damn candles. Elena, these motherfuckers smell so damn good. I smelled them through the packaging. Oh my goodness. When I got them from the P.O. box, I got it. I said, damn, what's that smell? I smelled it through the P.O. box mailbox because it was just sitting in there. And I was like, man, it smells like fruits and berries in this bitch.
And the thing, it's a black-owned brand, so I already love it. And it's called Airyn by Airyn. Is that Airyn?
I don't know.
Airyn. I think that's Airyn.
Airyn.
So it's Airyn, Airnin, and then it's by Aryn. I'm saying that's Airyn. And she gave me 3 scents. So it's cool citrus basil, peppermint and eucalyptus, and white birch. I put that peppermint and eucalyptus in the bathroom because y'all know I like to make a tranquil experience in my bathroom, and I be having no memory foam rugs and all that good stuff. And then now we doing a podcast, I'm burning the birch one, and I think I'm gonna do the citrus one. I'm sorry, I'm smelling it. I'm acting like I'm doing a YouTube review. And I'm going to do this citrus one. It is the cool citrus basil. I'm going to put it in the room, but I'm not going to do it when I go to bed. I think I'm going to do it when I wake up in the morning. Okay. I like to train myself with scents. I'm trying to be a dog, right? I'm trying to be like a puppy, right? I'm trying to train myself when I smell certain things, I go into a behavior. So when I'm not feeling motivated, when I'm not feeling disciplined, because you inspired me, Niram, when you were talking about you want to be like more disciplined and get into that. And I know what worked for me is having like scents and behaviors that snap me into it when I can't, right? Because I'm really good about being disciplined until I'm not, right? Then it just happens. And I need something that spark me into it. So I'm going to use this cool citrus basis as like a get up, make your bed, do what you got to do, be about your business. When I go in the bathroom, I'm going to light that candle because it's time to take care of yourself, clean the day off, right? And even with this birch one that's burning. So I was thinking, well, I don't know, we haven't did that yet. So whenever we record the podcast, like really setting the mood. Right, because like now we're not we at the couch right now, but we should set a mood and the energy. We got some pink Himalayan salt lamps going to purify this air a little bit, right? Y'all know they don't got no air conditioner, so we constantly have the windows open. So we need to be aware of kind of what's coming in and out, and we might really need to invest in an air purifier too. Okay. So, Elaine, thank you, girl. Like, you have no idea how much this meant to me. And, check your email. I'm going to be following up probably sometime this weekend. I'm going to write you something and connect with you. But this really, it made my heart smile. And I'm just so appreciative. Didn't that make me happy, Nira?
Yeah, it did. It
made me so happy. Especially I've been having a lot of long days at work. So this is Friday, y'all listening. The day before, like, I work almost 7 to 7. And again, I love my job. Nothing bad. But it was like... yeah, it's just a lot. We're doing interviews, and I still think I was too early to be interviewing people. They was like, oh, sis, you got 5 interviews today.
Yikes.
And, with my company, it ain't just interviewing, right? I work for companies where you can just put on some trash-ass notes. You're on the search committee. And honestly, the search committee can be swayed by one person, right? So without even one person taking a note down. Like, I've been on search committee at previous jobs where they don't even know notes taken. And people be like, I like this person. All types of unconscious bias and bullshit going on. But my company don't play that. Like, they got rubrics, metrics, prove it, provide an example. Then you got to take that shit through calibration. So 5 interviews is a lot. Like 5 per candidate is probably at least 2 to 3 hours of work. And I'm like, Jesus. So I got to go up in on Friday to keep finishing that work. And then after I finish the work that Friday evening, I got a meeting with the whole team to then fight my case for the folks I think we should hire. I said, so after I do all of this, and calibrating, even with the calibration, they'd be like, yeah, we should hire them. I still got to go amongst my board, so my upper level directors, and be like, shoot the case for them. Shit. And that's not even the end of the process, my nigga. Like, it make it so much hindsight before. Right. And that's how I know the Lord was on my side. Because whoever was in my, had to go up to bat for me, right? And paint my picture and advocate for me and do, and just to get to this level, right? So
Right.
even after I do this preach to my directors, right, and I get a pass from them, it's still 2 more levels that they got to go through that the person who interviews not even talking to. Like, they're going through notes in our critiques and our collaboration, our calibrations. That's sickening, right?
It is.
Jesus. So it's just a long process to maybe get one person, maybe, if it's even one of my people. And then for them to come back a month later, be like, guess what, Nyams? We're interviewing. Bitch,
Didn't we just hire one person?
But it makes me be, I don't know, it's a great professional development opportunity. Like, it makes me be very intentional. Like, and even going through the interviews with the folks, like, I'm doing more of the entry level positions, right? So it's not even, I can only imagine what it is at the director and VP level, what it would look like, right? So even seeing the critique and the high expectations that they're giving, like, I deal with a lot of folks who are either early career professionals, high achieving, or folks who are doing career pivots. So it's even hard to compare those 2 groups of folks, right? So it's very interesting. Oh, and we got a new Black girl on the team. And I tried to reach out to this for dinner, and then I'm in charge of a certain onboarding process, so she's required to have like a meeting with me too. And so her buddy set a formal meeting on the calendar, and sis was like, I noticed we have a formal meeting, and I know you want to you asked me to go out to dinner and treats, but you mind if we just do the formal meeting? Oh, sis, not a problem. Oh, stupid bitch, why would you? Am I butthurt about that?
You sound like you are.
Was I doing too much?
No.
Another Black, and this she look civil rights Black.
See,
And she looks older.
So here's the thing. You know about the hidden curriculum.
Yeah, and but she looks older than me.
That don't mean she know about the hidden curriculum.
And actually, I was gonna say, sis, you should be in a different position.
She don't know about the hidden curriculum.
Unless she's on a career pivot.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. But I was trying to more so have a conversation off.
I know you're trying to have a Kiki off site so you can tell her the real.
Yeah.
Because when
preparing you from day one, because ain't nobody was there to prepare me.
Right. Because when you had that first meeting and he's on campus, you're gonna be a whole different person. She's like Nyams.
Yeah.
In front of the white folk.
What Nyams?
Yeah. But what she wanted to me was B.
Let me tell you this, sis. Why you?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
So I just don't know if I should let that roll, or maybe she just was tired, right? Yeah. Like, but I don't know. Like, I feel like if I came in a brown person, an equivalent role to me before I even, like, my first week there, like literally day 2, reached out, because the person isn't going to work out here. It's going to work at a satellite location, and asked you to go to dinner. Like, I think I would have jumped. Like, even if I was meeting with them for the rest of the week multiple times, right? I think I would have just jumped on that opportunity.
Yeah. I think it's just having a familiar face.
Yeah.
And seeing it multiple times.
But maybe she don't want a Black one.
To say, oh, you it?
Yeah. Just okay. But I'm also learning, and I'm trying to be sensitive. Everybody don't want that familiar face to look like them too. So I was a little off put by that. So I think now she done got me in a low energy. I think now I'm gonna just fill her out. I think when I meet her tomorrow, I'm like, tell me about you. And I'm gonna leave like that. How can I help you? Cause sis, don't do that. But would y'all do that? Like, how would y'all feel? Like, that's what I'm saying. Am I being too forward? And the thing is, I wasn't even gonna tell her nothing negative. Like, I'm not that type of key. Like, I ain't gonna come in like, dang shit. No, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna come in and be like, sis, these are the listservs you need to be on. This is the crew you need to be with. This is the Black group. This is the Black woman group. Like, this is where they give wine. Like, that's the type of stuff I was gonna help with, right? Like, these are the meetings we invited to. Let me look at your calendar, make sure they ain't forget, air quote, to invite you. Like,
right.
What else you interested in? Like, that's the type of stuff. I wasn't even gonna come on no negative colonizer shit. I was just gonna come like, have they supplied you with everything you fucking need? Right. Or is there a question you uncomfortable to ask them? You know what I'm saying? That you like, this Vegas, right? Nothing stupid, right? If you can't open your inbox, let me know so we can get that shit open. So that's what I was going to use that space as. But when she shut it down, I was like, we'll just meet in the morning. And this is our morning meeting on like 30 minutes. And you don't know by now, I'll be my 9 to 5. I keep my meetings to the minute because I got shit I need to do. Well, I don't know. What you think about that, Aaron?
No,
maybe she's tired. I'm trying to give her benefit of the doubt.
Fuck that.
What you think? It's already done put a bad taste. Yeah, she are. And like now I'm looking closer and closer. Like her feet was ashy. I don't.
Nigga, you stupid.
You know, you
I was
begin to look
looking
at
close.
people.
I'm starting to examine her ass. Her feet ashy. Them knuckles is a little dry.
Not using no coconut oil in the regimen. No, I'm teasing. But I don't know. I just felt, you know, and my friends get on me too. They be like, Nyambi, everybody don't drink your tea and da-da-da-da. I like to at least give people the option to drink their tea. And I've like, in meetings, like I've spoken out and like I'm not a big code switcher. Like, so she already see how I roll. Right. Because I be in meetings like, nope. Like, I really try to run it back. But we'll see how it go. And the thing is, I really went above and beyond because her manager reached out to me and was like, can you reach out to, like, I was gonna do it regardless, but it was like one of them chains.
Right.
Cause he a brown man. So I'm like, what? And then I don't want to be petty to go back to her manager, but like she said she booked like Kelly Price. No, because that's already started some hate nigga shit, right? What?
She booked like Kelly Price.
So I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know. But I'm going to breathe through it. I'll let y'all know if y'all know on Monday if it going left. I'm just hoping maybe sis was tired, you know, adjusting. Maybe she had some other interviews. Maybe her buddies, like maybe benefit of the doubt, right? But I feel like it's a certain code you give, right? Like, oh, I appreciate you doing this, but I got X, Y, and Z coming. Like something. Do you?
Yeah, I hear you, but
Give me a hint.
because that's what I like to do. My first couple of days, I like to try to meet with all the black folks.
I
off
sync
campus.
with the black people.
I like to meet with them.
I need you
like
to know.
I need to know who's who, and sometimes I like to meet with them separately and as a group.
Yeah, you come on, Nero. Monday I got a meeting with, actually there's a lot of gay black men who work with me. It's not a lot of nobody else. So I've been meeting with like these men like separately, and then I find I was like, I'm sure they know each other, okay? But I'm like, let's all do it together now. Let's do a round table in this bitch. Look,
I like to meet with
Come
them
on.
separately just in case they want to talk shit about the next
the
person.
other person freely, because I'm also, I keep my mouth shut, right? So they can talk as much shit as they want to the other person. I'm gonna play completely stupid when the other person like, you heard of this person?
No.
I don't, because I don't believe in keeping gossip going that way. Because sometimes niggas do get on your nerves at work.
But I need to have it separately just in case they want to say,
Man.
that nigga, he a snitch nigga.
Yeah,
Or that nigga funny. He ain't reliable.
he ain't reliable.
But I'll let you find that out on
for yourself, right? And I don't stop meeting people, but you just got it in the back. Look, just tuck
Right.
it. Just tuck it. Come on. And so I don't know if I'm
Ray
playing.
told me that nigga was reliable, unreliable.
And then after the first month to a year, you kind of got the lay of the land and understanding folks. So I don't know what my personality is or my persona. What persona? I mean, we worked in the same area before. And what do you think my persona at work is? Well, now I have a different one.
I know.
Anyway.
I say you on your shit.
What?
You on your shit and you like a natural connector. I would say you connected.
Oh, by the Lord.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's social capital, right? That stuff I even tell my folks who report to me, like, it's all about social capital. It's all about social connections, and not just the bullshit ones, right? Like, it takes time to invest in people, and that's what I try to do. Like, I really try to invest in, like, even the niggas who get on my nerves. Like, I really try to meet them and be like, okay, how can we connect? Like, how can we bond? Like, even though sometimes you get on my nerves, right? But how can we for real connect
On something.
on something, right? So it's not, so it don't come off as fake, right? That's why I pride myself in not being fake with people. So when I go around you, you really know how I feel about you, or you know I care about you, right? On some level, right? You know, of course, there's levels to that, and as colleagues, I'm more closer than others. But when folks have a conversation with them, I want them to know that I'm there and I'm present and I'm being genuine. Because I think a lot of folks try to do it, then it come off real used car salesman, like.
Yeah.
You know what it come off? Change of story direction. Then I'm gonna wrap it up, Nero. Have y'all seen The Grand Hustle on BET? It come off like George, who on there. Is his name George?
Yes, that nigga's George.
Okay. 2 days ago, we were stumbling on the TV. I don't know what we did. I feel like it was a long day, and we just laid on the couch and ate watermelon, and like all my shows was going off, and none of us was invested in. Also, we'll probably do this Monday. Thank you, Nia. If y'all looking for a good show to watch, The Animal Kingdom. This ain't about no lion, tigers, and bears, but it's about some trailer trash rednecks, and it is so good. You hear me?
It is good as fuck.
Woo, it's good as hell. But we'll talk about that later. And I wasn't mentally in a state to watch that because I got to watch what's going on in there. And so I was like, well, put on the BETs. Like, what is on BET? Not the channel, the app. And I was scrolling through it. I was like, oh, shit, College Hill, we should watch old episode. And then what caught my attention? Is it The Grand Hustle?
Yeah.
Or the Grand, I don't know.
Grand Hustle.
Grand Hustle. And it's a show that T.I. has. I don't know what episode it's on. We like went through 3 of them. And I swore and cussed and yelled at the TV the whole way. And it's basically T.I. is, what competition is this meant? It's a little bit of, what's the Donald Trump one? You're fired. The Apprentice. It's giving me Apprentice / Making the Band / Net Bones. I don't, what?
When I seen it,
Says hits from the street /
all I thought
nigga
was, when is T.I. gonna have them niggas go walk and go get some carrot
It is
cake?
very inspired by
Or peach cobbler.
It is very inspired by, it's very Making the Band-esque. It's very Apprentice-esque. Like, if you could think of those two things and combine them together, that's what the fuck it is. So it's this competition T.I. is running so they can, I don't even understand what the job is. This is the thing. This is T.I. on nigga shit. It's not even like to win a prize for like $100,000 to start your own business. No, it's to then
work for him.
To work for him
with a for the six-figure salary.
So that's telling me you're going to make $100,000 period. T.I., that ain't $100,000. You in poverty in San Francisco. What?
But you living rich in Atlanta.
I guess. Who say you don't be living there?
I don't know.
You know, but shit, the way Atlanta going though, you have to live outside of Atlanta, honey. Atlanta, especially downtown. Whatchamacallit told us about that.
Yeah.
Them prices are going up. So you got to live on the outskirts. And if you live on the outskirts, I heard that commute is trash. And y'all don't got no safe or reliable or clean, I don't know, all of them, public transportation to get you right so you can buy you a house.
Right.
That's a decent amount of money and save it. So what he does that. So that's the prize. And it's him and I don't know, his right hand person. I don't know if this is personal assistant or
it just says Grand Hustle Associate.
I don't know what the fuck that means. Whoever this black man is. And then it's about 15 or 20 contestants. All niggas. Oh, except one. I'll get on that one in a minute. All niggas or nigga adjacent cultures. Y'all know what nigga adjacent cultures are. We already talked about that. And they do like these tasks to show how much they hustle. Let's talk about the contestants. What is wrong with y'all niggas from HBCU? What is wrong with y'all? You could count on your hands the niggas that went to PWIs on that bitch. Because I don't think I could have made it past the first episode. I'm like, this does not make sense. This is not have any type of scientific method to this. This is no rhyme. This is no reason.
Miami stupid ass. I've already run the prize.
What? The fuck? I can get a job making 6 figures. Like, nigga, that ain't out of reach. Like, what are you talking about? And for the fields they're in, right? You know, maybe if you're talking about creating your own business from scratch, but these people are like in tech,
right?
Music, digital, like those salaries are assumed to make that. Like, that's not. You're not reaching, right? They're not coming in and saying, they're not making a band talking about, I want to be, Beyonce. Like, first of all, these are all feasible. So I would have left and then work with a company that gave me insurance. Because I'm sure Grand Hustle don't provide insurance. But it's like the contestants are just, what would you say, anywhere between 20s and maybe a couple early 40s.
Yeah.
All backgrounds. So the folks, it's kind of divided into folks who've had more of a traditional, like went to school. I wouldn't even say these niggas look like they ain't do no internships.
They don't know about the Hinton curriculum.
They didn't do no internships, but it looks like they went to school. Some of them have masters. Some of them have like for-profit masters from like DeVry. Because one person, I'm skeptical, he had like 20 masters.
He had like 4 of them.
He had like 4 masters and he was like 21.
I don't trust that nigga that got too many degrees.
Sir, it's just, I'm doing the math.
4 of them?
And if you graduated high school at this time and you got a 4-year degree, and then unless you did these bitches all at the same time, you named at least 3 masters. So that's 6 years. You might as well got a PhD.
And they all different concentrations, so you got to take all different classes.
Yeah, so it's not like, I want to be like, sir, do you mean a certificate? And no shade, right? Ain't no wrong certificate.
Right.
But what? Come on. And then the other half is more of the like entrepreneurial folks who maybe, you know, went to high school or something, but maybe created their own business or worked for a few years and then tried to do a pivot switch or something like that. Oh, and also with the HBCU graduates, they all the CEO of a business.
They are business consultants.
It made me not want to consult no more because I was like, oh, maybe I should consult, but I can't do that shit. Like, you're right. I'm not a consultant. Like, it was just so botched together that it's like, it was like a train wreck that you couldn't turn your eyes away from. And it was absolutely amazing. And then, but I was even borderline on watching this because I have mixed emotions about T.I. myself. Like, I think he has his moments of toxic masculinity that I don't think he owns up to and or aware of. And it's hard for me to take a never mind. Let's talk about the show. Let's stay positive. And they have tasks. So the first task was to what, Nero? We'll give away the first one.
So the first task was to flip a bottle of water
to something for more money.
The most profitable.
Yeah. And Nyambi, touched by white hands, couldn't even really connect it. Like, I'm thinking, oh, do I have to turn this water into something to create? I was like, do you freeze it? Do you make ice? What do you do? But these niggas really talking about bartering.
Right.
And even when they bartered, I thought it was gonna be a rule that you can't tell them you're on a show. But if you can tell niggas you on a show, yeah, I can get some shit hustled up too. Like, cause people just want to help.
Hey, I'm on the show.
I need your help. I want to do this. If you can help me out, like,
right.
I think people are, you know, some people gonna say no, but I think most people will help you out if they could. And so they did that. And one team won. They actually got a good thing. They got like 10 tickets to see this play. Right. And I was kind of sickening. But the other team, you talk about the losing team.
Oh my God.
I thought that was stupid too. And y'all know I love knowledge.
So this girl pulled a pivot and it's like, you know, what if T.I. is not talking about financial? What if he's talking about like overall wealth? Like, maybe we should get a book. But we should trade somebody for a book.
T.I. just learned how to read. What are you talking about?
And T.I. was like, came back like, what the fuck?
Because everybody else got like their monetary value. So the tickets, it was like a community theater. So like 10 tickets was about $400 or $500. Somebody got some headphones, a couple $100. Like, everybody was in that 100 range, right?
And she come home with a book with
that's $16. It wasn't even a Baldwin book.
And they said the person said it was very valuable to them. So, you know, we figure you can take this information from this book and learn from it, and it can be valuable to you. And T.I. went in on their ass.
He went in with that slow. I can't stand that slow talk.
Oh my God! So you saying that you bought
went to
me
elocution classes,
and I can't even use the rights to make a play or a movie?
Oh, shut up!
I know enough prisoners, and I've been to prison myself.
I don't need no sad stories. I was with him on that. I don't need no more sad stories, honey. I got plenty.
This is useless.
I was with him on that. I don't need a nigga, as a nigga out here. No, I don't need nothing there and that other story.
And your ass can hit the door.
But it was hilarious. It gave me all that realness. Donald Trump realness. It gave me what's it called? Apprentice. I shouldn't say Donald Trump. Apprentice realness, but a good apprentice, like Omarosa days. Nene Leakes cussing out LaToya Jackson saying she like Casper. Star Jones like original Apprentice, and then making the band with Dylon. What was that them? And Sarah, I can't think of them people. Making a band when they was drawn out of Chopper style. No, that wrong one.
That's wrong, Chopper.
What's the one? Babs?
Yeah.
Oh my, it's definitely giving you that. And then I don't know. We want to talk about it anymore, but y'all go check it out. It's called The Grand Hustle.
Interesting.
I don't know how many episodes I can watch, but it'll give you a good key. But what turns me off is T.I. because he's T.I.
T.I. and his slow talking.
In overdressed suit.
And I like this shit kind of throws me off because I'm looking for a Rubber Band Man.
Oh my God.
I'm looking for a Rubber Band Man, and this nigga coming in with a suit and all types of different accoutrements and shit. So this nigga got a.
What is up with y'all country folks? Niram was teasing Nia. I meant to tell Nia. I was like, he got a lot of adornment on his tie and his suits. And Nero, what did Shady Nero say?
That's he country.
I said, what you mean that's what country
cool.
people do?
That's
Country cool. He said, oh, yeah, that's country cool. That's what country cool people do. I was like, where is that? What do you know about that? And then you said, who?
Nia.
That's country cool. I said, country cool. Because it's fly, but it's like, oh, that's a lot.
So he got a regular watch on. He got a pocket watch. He got a pocket square. He got a towel, the tie chain, and a tie pin. He got the thing that go into the button. The buttonhole, but it's a chain that link on to something else, and it's a knife with a fist, and that separates so you can fight with it. He got cufflinks,
suspenders, and a
belt on.
You don't need a belt. It's suspenders.
Wingtip shoes, happy socks,
a hat.
He got the sock garter belt on. You know the.
Oh my God.
They keep your socks on.
It was just a lot.
This nigga got every accessory known to man.
Don't get me wrong. It was fly.
A hat with a feather in it. Oversized glasses.
It was fly. It was just a lot.
A chain attached to the glasses that around your neck.
I mean, it was fly. It was just a lot.
And to top it all off, a chain with
it was just missing
a choker chain with the cross on it.
Okay. Oh, that's old school country. I know exactly what you're talking about. You said a choker chain with the cross on it? And when they talk or breathe, it jump. The cross jump.
And it's not no regular old cross. It got Jesus on it.
It got Jesus hanging on it.
So it just jumps.
Because of Calvary.
So it just jumps on the Alum apple.
When they talk. Because of Calvary. Because they a gangster, but they a gangster for the Lord. It was just so much going on. We was just so tickled by the show. You know, I might pick it up this weekend. I don't know. But if y'all looking for a key or a way just to disconnect and just to see black people doing black people shit, go ahead and watch that Grand Hustle.
Yeah.
The last thing I was going to say, and Niram, you might pick up on this, then you can go right into your check-in, is I need a work weekend. Like last weekend was my weekend where I just chilled. I watched American Psycho and just caught up on movies and just enjoyed myself. But it's not that I'm behind on work, but I need to do some projects and I need to do some like brain mapping. I need to do some mapping. I need to do bit richer thinking. And same for this podcast. Like we haven't even sat down and mapped out our episode for the housing, for the house. Like, and it's some major episodes that I want us to do, but it's going to take more research and more time and more due diligence. We just can't come giving y'all trash, right? And it's just some stuff I need to do, right? So getting more on social media with the podcast, and I need like a working weekend.
Well, this is one of the things.
I can't do it during the week. I can't.
You can't.
Yeah.
And I think this is and this kind of go on my check-in too, because this is one of the things that we was talking about before we started the podcast, is saying that, do we need a week off?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, we had a week off. And it's like, well, not really, because lately, like, we only had like one strategic like vacation week off. Like, other than that, like, we missed a show because we sick or we got something going on, but we haven't had like intentional like planned week or 2 weeks off. And I think, one of the things
no, not at all.
One of the things I was talking to you about was that, most podcasts do one episode a week, right?
Yeah.
But we do 3. So, that's 3 times as much work, bandwidth, brain power to do this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Come up with content, see what's going on in the news, wrap it all up, try to put a slant on it and things of that sort. And I feel like we need like a reset.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily like a week off, but maybe we do, but it's something so we can reset. So, we made this move. We still adjusting. We still trying to unpack, our new place, trying to get settled there. But, also, every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, the days we record the podcast, is like, all right.
That's 2 to 3 hours of our time.
Yeah, 2 to 3 hours. I would say max of 4 hours because you're spending 2 or so hours thinking about what we're going to do in the podcast. Watching TV shows, synthesizing in our head, making a little notes about it, and then doing a podcast that can range anywhere between 45 minutes to 2 hours, 3 hours, depending on where we are. Yeah. That I think, yes, we do need a break or a reset.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, we're doing it all by ourselves. We ain't got no writers.
Yeah.
So I think it's something that we do need. And then I also think it needs to be planned.
Yeah, intentional.
Like very intentional and thoughtful. Like, is it, do we take a vacation or a week off like once a month? Is it once every 100 episodes? Is it once what? But I really think that's we need that because I love doing the show. I
Yeah,
love
of
doing it
course.
with you, but
Yeah.
I don't want to get burnout
Oh yeah.
because we're doing it so much and doing it so often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so after every so many episodes, be it 25, 30, or 40, or 50. I don't think we go 100. That's a lot.
Right.
But, maybe every 50 episodes or every 40 episodes.
Yeah, or like hell, even 25. We just
Yeah.
need to like just take a week off, and it's a week off to recharge our batteries.
Yeah. I didn't think about that.
But
Yeah.
B, give us time to think about the in-depth content that we want to put out
the
there.
next move of it, right? Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of topics that I want to dig deeper into, and even just reach out to folks, right, to connect with them, to bring them on as guests, and
Right.
have deeper conversations.
And the thing is, it's a little harder to do that when every other day you're recording. So
Yeah.
it's hard to like trying
to stop and
to stop. And I figured out versus if we was doing it once a week, we got a whole week in between where we can kind of recharge.
reach out,
Reach out to somebody. Oh, okay, you want to come on next week?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Or plan stuff in ahead, right?
Right.
So even if it's not next week, like planning accordingly for people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Now
Yeah.
we're getting there. Anything else for your check-in?
No, so that that's one of the things I've been thinking about. Also, it's not Black Love, but it made me a little sad.
What?
Max is leaving from Catfish.
What?
Yes.
Wait.
The Silver Fox is leaving Catfish.
Why he leaving?
He just said
He
enough is
over this
enough.
shit? Well, Max was really never for the shit.
I don't know if it came about from
allegations.
Neve got me too. So
Yeah.
they had one off. Catfish stopped like recording new episodes and putting new episodes out
Yeah.
while they went through this investigation.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it just came back.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, did he like survive
Was it
being Me
cleared
Too'd or
yeah.
is he cleared or whatever. So I don't know if that has anything to do with that. But he was like, he's tired of like juggling, like co-hosting the show and like trying to like be a filmmaker and make his own films.
Oh, is that what it? I
Yeah.
was like, what do he do now?
That's what he said.
I really need Max. I don't want him behind the screen. I want him in front.
Because that's what he said. He said, hey guys, the time has come sadly for me to move on from Catfish. Working on the show for the last 7 years has been one of the meaningful experiences in my life. And then he wrote like some other stuff. But I really think he says that he wants to like focus more on like making movies. But I think,
It's some tie into that.
yeah, I don't know if it does,
Yeah, it might.
but that
Something, because I think this could have been more strategic, right? So if
Right.
they're going to continue with Catfish, you would think it'd be either the announcement of who the new co-host was going
Right,
to be,
right.
or if they're doing like a search for someone. Like this could be its own spinoff,
Right.
in making money, right? I'm just thinking quickly off the top, Mona Spotlight. So that's telling me they were probably reevaluating this whole show.
Right. So that's the thing, like, and I don't know if it's contract or whatever, but Neve getting Me Too, I don't know if that had anything to do with it.
Yeah,
as
I'm
well.
sure it did. I'm sure after a while he said, you know what, all set. It won't get me, honey.
Right.
Which,
Look, taking my ass back home, my wife.
I'm sitting here
And I'm
now.
making
My
indie
part
films.
I've got collected my check. I've saved 30% of it, and we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Oh, I do like Matt, so because Matt's was never, Neve would be like, well, what do you think? Let's
Right.
process it. Matt's
But
like,
Max
this
is never for the shit.
Matt's is like,
And
you're
that's the
being
thing.
catfished.
That's the thing I liked about Max, is Max was never for the shits.
Never.
He's like, you being catfish.
This is Matt.
I
Matt's
don't
some-
believe this shit.
Sometimes Matt's like, why are we here? Are you delusional? I am going to miss that. I think my favorite episodes would be like him, with Charlamagne the God, like all of them. Like, it's hilarious. I low-key could see Charlamagne the God doing it, but I don't know. He done came with the come up. He on HBO now, honey.
Right.
So I don't know. That's something they should have did about 2-3 years ago. Like this troll thing, they should have been on this.
Yeah, I think so too.
But I think it's kind of missed this era a little bit. But I'm for it.
Yeah, I think it should have came a little bit sooner.
Like I
but-
think I'm for it, but I think it missed it. I don't know if it's gonna be renewed. Like it didn't move me that much, but I think it would have moved me a little bit more maybe 2 years ago.
I see where you're coming from because niggas getting trolled, and
Yeah.
I think we're handling it a lot more.
Yeah, I think it was
Differently.
an all-time high a couple of years ago. Now it's kind of like people troll, but I don't know. Or people have a little bit more emotional intelligence around trolling. And acceptance, right? And I think that's how the society's going to change, because the internet is forever. So even when you search people and Google search people, even if stuff come up that you be like, what the fuck? You really got to ask folks, like, oh, so what happened? Right? Because it's like cancer. Everybody been affected by a negative, result on the internet, or be it trolling, or, maybe something happened, right? And it was news coverage, or, maybe a ex did something, or puts a picture or a context or a blog post, or all that's happening more and more often, and it's going to become the norm. And the only reason we're a little, Nyambi's not, I'm first-handed, but that our generation might be out of that is just because we aged out of it a little bit. We just hit the age range where that's not happening as much.
Well,
right?
You also got to remember, like, we were the first test group of Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, I remember using Facebook.
Yeah.
And, like, going and applying to different schools to get an EDU.
Yeah.
And, like, knowing all about that shit. Like, I remember when Twitter was the first thing.
Yeah.
And trying that out. So I think I'm beyond that, or I know when that stuff happened that I'm like, all right, delete, block.
Yeah, more quicker than the younger generation. Like, I think they're going to have a lot more baggage and luggage, but I think they have more emotional intelligence around it.
Right.
Like, I even see working in tech now, when people search, like, I think something that's very old school and dated that I even was worried about when I was applying for jobs and researching for jobs is like your Google search. Out here, when people be like, oh, did you Google search them, or did you search them on the internet? They be like, who does that? They were like, what? And I guess it's adjusting the lens because they're in tech. They was like, we put on the internet what we want to put on the internet.
Right. It's true.
And I was just like, damn, like, y'all don't do that. It was like, no, we can. The internet is free. It's open space. You can put whatever the fuck post note you want to be on there. And it was like, and if any job is just going off base of search, that speaks to their caliber and competency when it comes to technology and people.
Right.
Oh, look, this is me.
Excuse me.
Look, this is me. Packing my purse up like my old days. Let's get up. Excuse me. Can you let me out? Thank you. But it's like that's a whole different, level now. I'm trying to even see what that'd be equivalent to, like what we were equivalent to. So I think that might be like when you're looking at resumes now, and I think back in the day, it was important to see that people stayed at jobs for a long time.
Right.
But now, if someone only stayed at a job for 6 months to a year, hell, that ain't nothing. 4 months, right? Like, say it was a contract, like,
yeah, you just
contract, temporary work, TVC, like all that stuff, right?
Right.
That is a norm, right? And it evolves. Where I'm sure there were certain companies, organizations, or cultures that was like, oh, well, if they're not consistent, it's not a good. I don't know. It's just interesting to see the shift,
but also
right?
seeing like the shift of like contacting employers that rarely happens. Or
they don't, because it's biased, right?
Yeah,
it's biased.
Or the fact of like creating a cover letter.
Yeah,
like there's no point for that. We can
that is null and void, honey.
Like it's been a couple jobs. Like I said, my LinkedIn stuff. Yeah. I don't even write cover letters. Recruiters approach me and be like, "Send me your resume. Let's talk."
Yeah.
No cover letter.
Yeah, but cover letters. I would know in Colonizer Valley, you write a cover letter, they're already like.
Right.
You're too dated for us. Like, it's dated. Like, because what you're going to say is, we're beautiful, we're smart. Right. These are the things you did, and this is the line. This is why we should work. That's fine. And then in our head, we have a communications department that writes our PR stuff. We don't need one from you.
Right.
Like, it's so interesting to just see. I didn't realize how many practices I was a part of that was dated, and that's scary. Right. So what happened if I stayed where I was for another 10 to 15 years and then tried to make a pivot or change? I'm going to be like 40 years, but I don't even know. Like, then I felt like the older people at jobs, they'd be like, what is this? Can you show me how to work this? Like, it's just the process is so different out here.
Yeah.
That is refreshing. And it's so different that you can slip on your game.
Yeah, you could.
On interviews. Like, almost if you're almost over prepared, and you come in too polished and you come in boring, don't even worry about it. And that's why I was saying how you can kind of read through the bullshit like, oh, wow, that's a perfectly crafted answer.
Right.
Like, out here, they love to say things like, tell us about time you failed and what you learned from it. When's the last time you got in a disagreement with your colleagues? What that look like? Oh, you ain't never got in a disagreement?
Right.
Oh, you worked through it, huh? What do you do when you disagree with the things that your manager's doing. And that's a trick one. That they looking for folks to be like, I stood up for it.
Mm-hmm.
And not many people can say. Anywho, I'm going on a tangent, but it was just interesting.
Yeah, so that's going on. You know, a lot of interviews. Still, that stuff is still going on. But yeah, I think we do need a plant break.
Yeah.
Maybe a week off to just hit the reset button.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like I said, we're still adjusting to Colonizer Valley. We're still adjusting with our apartment. You know, Naomi's still adjusting with her job and all this other stuff that I think sometimes you just need like a planned break to just be like, all right, cool, I can come home.
Almost like a
watch
couple
TV.
weeks. So one to relax,
Yeah.
the next to execute and plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to try to like come up with great content. Like, even though I think our content is good, but come up with constantly
How do we
come up
elevate?
with great content and elevate our content without having these plant breaks, because we're doing it on our own, and we still
He said our own.
with an S, and we still got to live life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I like it. Cool. Pillow talk.
yeah.
You start with this love is.
I'm trying to remember what happened.
What? Yazir, remember Nuri tried to be Captain Save-A-Ho?
Oh shit!
And
I remember.
Loretta Devine. Loretta Devine needs an award.
Can we just start there? I don't even want to start from the beginning. Let's just start with Loretta Devine
needs an
going
award,
off
Emmy.
on Yazir and Yazir's baby mama and telling it like it is.
Oh
You ain't shit. If she were, her ass would have left to go follow her dreams, and you did the same thing, who the fuck the baby gonna be with?
So you don't
As
have
a
to
man,
like
you can do that shit, and she had to stay home with the baby. You having that baby ain't gonna keep him.
He don't love you.
He don't love you no more. He
don't
love that
want you.
kid. He don't want you.
Yeah.
And Neri got some good ass ideas.
Why don't you use this?
Why don't
girl?
you try
Smiley.
it out? Smiley.
She said, and then when she told Yazir, you don't have to love her, but you will respect the mother of your child.
Woo! I thought Yazir was gonna put hands on her. I said, "Oh
Me too.
shit,
I
that
was
Muslims coming out that ass."
near him. He's not. His mama is not Muslim.
But
They
he
are
Muslim.
They are Southern Baptist. Leroy, what was his name?
Earl.
Earl is Southern Baptist.
But that Islam's about to come on out.
That came up all out of him.
That jail Islam.
That came up all out of him. Like I told him, family and going back home will make you, like James Brown say, make you come up out yourself.
Sure would.
And he absolutely came up out himself.
Sure did.
And Nuri was like, "Oh my god!" You know, Nuri. Actually, I appreciate seeing a black woman on the screen that's able to play like, "Oh wow!" Like, because usually we always got to come off so intense, right? So I appreciate Nuri's character for that. But Loretta Devine played the shit out of it.
She surely did.
And it speaks to family dynamics and what that means. But when she told us, it's like she don't want you.
Mm-hmm. So
He don't want you.
now we can go back.
It ain't. Oh, we'll go back.
So Neri and Yazir was
Laid in the bed as always.
Then he talked to his mama, and then next
And they
thing
kept
you
calling
know,
back.
The mama kept calling, and they had like this whole like mother son.
What you thought about that? I think they did have a healthy balance. What made me
Yeah.
think they had a healthy balance was because at first it was a little clingy, but when she was able to check him, because I think that's the breakdown occurred. Because a lot of you men have, and women, y'all listen to, if y'all got sons, have relationships with your sons where you don't see the nigga for being a nigga. Right? He's a man, and men be on nigga type shit and man type shit. And a lot of moms overlook it and don't nip that shit in the butt. And I think that's where the line's not crossed. Like, that's something I really appreciate about Neram's mom. Neram's not a mama's boy at all, right? He cares about his mom. She like is the love there. But Neram's mom will call him on his shit so quickly and so sweetly, though. She said in a sweet voice. I think y'all a few episodes ago I was teasing when Neram be in his mood sometimes. And one day he was in the mood so bad I just called his mama on the Bluetooth when we was driving. Because I could just dial it from my phone and it would come through the car. And you don't hear it ringing in the car until the person pick up. And all you heard was, hello?
Hello?
Is that you, Nero? Because, of course, Nero in his mood, bitching. And what'd you say, Nero?
And then, I just wanted to call you Mama Neram because Neram's in his mood.
And then what'd she say?
Yeah, he get in that mood sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I said,
Niram, is you in your mood?
what the fuck is this?
So, but you know, a lot of mamas be like, oh, ain't no such thing as a mood. My son is perfect. Like, you know, I actually had a friend, you know, was going through a little bit with her partner, and I reflect back to like the beginning, right? And the relationship's coming to an end, right? And I think reflect back to a beginning when we were like at the bridal shower, and even how the mother was talking about the son, like, oh, at the bridal shower, mind you, like, oh, please take care of my son, and hey, bitch, who gonna take care of me? We need to take care of each other, right? So it's almost like the passing of the torch. Like, I done raised him all these years and breastfed him. Now it's your turn, sis. My milk run dry. Like, it's just an unhealthy relationship that I glad that they were able to show a more balanced approach, to still love him, to have a real tight connection, but to also call him on his shit, because a man is gonna do man shit. What you think about that?
You know, I did appreciate that as well, but yeah, niggas gonna do as much as you let their ass do.
Come on.
Niggas are limit testers.
What?
I'll just call it what it is.
That's what you men are.
I test limits.
Men test limits.
Yes.
How did that work with our relationship? What limits you try to test with me?
Everything.
What?
Whatever I can test. From the first time I met you to last night to.
What's the last thing you tried to test my limit with? I think I caved on one thing, but yeah. You don't gotta talk about that.
Well, hell, I was like, well, let me see if she's gonna bring home dinner. That was a limit test.
What? All right, I see Nero don't want to go through it,
but I think that was it. I think, you know, sometimes the test, oh, she want me to do this? Let me see how long I can do it without doing the shit.
And then how do I come at you?
Or or last, I think it was 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Naham's gonna run her, and I hate when she throw my pillow on the floor. So I say,
yeah, when I get upset with him, I just put his pillow on the floor.
I say, you throw my pillow on the floor, I'm sleeping on the couch.
Okay.
And then I went to go lay on the couch.
Yeah.
I went to sleep and now I feel bad.
Y'all, when Nero went on that couch, I spread out and fell right asleep. I was like, I don't know if that's appropriate. I maybe should. And then I said, well, you know what? I ain't about to bed this nigga. I'm going to come in and be like, hey, Nero, why don't you come back to bed? I'm sorry for putting your pillow on the floor. I was going to do it one time because I was drowsy. And I was like, I did my due diligence. I said, I apologize. I said, I'm sorry. Then I'm going my ass back to bed. But you came on back in there, didn't you?
Because you took them up the control.
What? But do you have any friends who are like mama's boys? That, like, do you recognize a mama's boy near him, or no? Or is that not something that's even in your purview? Like, can you tell?
Yeah, I can tell.
What does that look like from a male perspective? Like, how is that perceived, or you just indifferent?
Me personally, I perceive it as indifferent because, you know,
it don't have a big effect.
It don't have a big effect on me because, like I said, I ain't got to fuck the nigga. So
yeah. And
most of the time, well, he mama boy. It's just I just benefit from it too because usually they cook good greens. Oh my god!
So you get, because she treat all but men.
Yeah.
You kind of get the what's it called? The gifts, the fruits of the labor.
I get the fruits of the labor. So, but I'm pretty sure on the women's side, it's a little difficult, extra, and a lot more demanding. Because bitches be like, I mean not bitches, but women be like, that was a limit test.
I know you was no.
But women be like, I can't compare to that nigga mama and shit. He want me to cook him greens and suck his dick and lick his booty. What the fuck is this?
And make his bed and it is a lot. So I thought that was interesting. And then I don't know, is that all of it? Kind of the whole episode kind of revolved about it. It was amazing.
Yeah, Neri was the real MVP, but that Tooth Fairy and that $5.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Zero was so caught up in other stuff where that was the priority, right? Oh, they talked about wanting to do better for their child and how Yazir put him in like the music lessons and he kind of gave his all, and they weren't going for the last few weeks. And the mom was like, I wasn't going intentionally to, disregard you. She said, but he was feeling bad, right? It wasn't working well for his self-esteem. And, I think that's something to be said, right? I don't think you necessarily quit, but then you figure out how to, like, Nora came up with the ideas. I was right with Nora, like, oh, okay. Just because it's hard, right? You give him a week to bounce back, right? But then you figure out what you need to do to get him up to par or up to, the same playing field as these other folks, right? Yeah.
I thought that was good too.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's okay. Like I think that gives you can have the space, right, to feel and be in your emotions and be supported, but you got to keep moving forward. Like I think that was the nice balance of it. Yeah, and then even that ain't it was interesting.
It was a good episode.
Yeah,
The acting is really coming through. I was like, oh, that nigga's gonna act his ass.
yeah, everyone's acting so well. Like I think that's the thing. Like we go from Grand Hustle to this, where it's just like Jesus. This is just like our TV show update episode. I guess that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Love and Hip Hop.
Yes.
You take your niggas. I don't have nothing to say. I don't even remember what
What
happened.
you talking about? You ain't gonna talk about what was the name?
My mother was like, I be watching that Love It. It is good. That was like, geez. I almost feel bad, but I'm like, yeah, it is good.
Damn, what's A1 real name and his brother real name was
why everybody named Earl? Floyd
and Lloyd.
Floyd and Lloyd.
Oh, those niggas about to throw them hands.
Ooh, Floyd and Lloyd was serious. You could tell that A1 was not acting.
Let me just tell
That
you.
was not a Mona Scott scripted portion, but Mona said, roll them.
Safari is like an innocent soul.
Safari is a mama's boy too. But,
He is, but he's like a jovial kid because Ray J sang his ass.
Ray J turned into Sonya Norwood. Ray J turned into his mama in the flesh. And I knew when he was talking. I think, did I tell you, I said that nigga a lie. Lyrica ain't come up here and be like, yeah, we did that. No, she gonna take that to her grave, whatever she did.
I talked to Lyrica and she told me. She told you that?
This him, for real?
For real, she told you all that?
Yeah.
I mean, man, I wasn't trying to do it, but like, damn, nigga.
Oh, okay, cold water. You have to be like, never mind, I don't want to say something crazy. But you have to have her in front of me and just show me a picture of me. And I'd be like, maybe that's me. Come on.
Right.
Safari. And Lyrica got to slow down. And what is Lyrica mama?
I don't know. So that whole thing with like Lyrica Mama and she threw that Jiffy Mix fight.
No, that was A1 mama.
I know that was A1
and
Mama.
I am a fan of A1 mama.
And A1 put both of their ass out. What the hell was that red outfit she was wearing?
It's a Teletubby. I think we talked about that last time. Can we talk about how A1 brother Florida Lloyd, I forgot which one,
Lloyd,
was reading him for filth about his. I told you his outfits be something. You like, man, that ain't how you was. Pearls. I don't give a damn about no pearls.
Fingernail polish.
I said, oh, look at these country old sexist niggas.
The lipstick.
Oh, homophobic.
Nigga, what the fuck? You didn't went to Hollywood.
Yeah, you Hollywood, my nigga. It's okay. I'll bring you back to where are you from? Texas?
I don't know. Remember.
I don't know. It was.
This your mama. It sounds like Lloyd or mama's
Yeah,
boy.
I'm surprised he put his mama out. Like, I'm surprised he didn't go in a different room to her to go in a different room. But, that's
He
neither
said,
here
you
there.
get your ass out to, well, hell, my mama throw Jiffy Mix on me. Yeah.
Oh,
gotta get out,
please. Please. Also, you know who I kind of like who's crazy with a capital K?
Who?
Moniece. What do Moniece be on? And they said her and her girlfriend are like Justin Bieber. Like, what?
She do, though. She do. She do look like Biebs.
Moniece is some manipulative type crazy shit, and I love it. I love it. And her and Fizz, I don't know why Fizz keep coming on this show. I don't know what he keep every time he come on that screen he talk about a B2K reunion.
Right.
Bro, that shit passed. You were supposed to come out when Backstreet Boys and Nucleus on the Box a couple years had their reunion tour. I don't want to go to that shit now. The boat is sank. It's gone. It ain't even passed. It sank.
I'm trying to figure out what else is going on about
Nothing.
this.
Foolishness.
So far, I made a mistake and sent her a picture of mine.
Meanwhile, Ray J need to worry about his family, honey. Anyway, let's move on. Let's wrap it up with Queen Sugar. Then we can do it on Shout Out Friday.
Okay.
Queen Sugar's too much.
Well, while you think about that, Queen Sugar just got picked up for a 4th season.
It better fucking have. We got to have some conclusion to this. You only got, 2 more episodes? You got to have some conclusion to this. It better. Violet finally coming into her own. She's doing them interviews. She got another purple wig on. It's amazing. I'm happy for her. Hollywood went quiet, right? He talked about his miscarriage 11 years ago, and he ain't really said nothing else. I'm a little worried about Hollywood. I won't be surprised if he got a little bit of depression rolling with him.
Well, he said he was quiet because, that's all he really wanted, to be a good dad.
Yeah, and then he said, Devon was like, I can't have no kids, and he said that's okay. Is it really okay though? Right? I always thought like they couldn't adopt.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, I thought that was an option. Like, I ain't nobody asking Aunt Vi to hold to get pregnant, right? But it's got to be plenty of brown children in that ninth ward who need adopting.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good. Ralph Angel. You talk about Ralph Angel and Darla.
Ooh, this is gonna be a bitter.
Ooh, this gonna be a rough one.
Bitter child custody hearing.
Yeah.
It's almost as worse as when my mama tried to put my daddy on child support, or when she did.
Oh.
And that nigga said he wanted a paternity test, and I was 14 years old. Nigga, I knew you 14 years.
Too late for that, nigga.
And nigga, I knew you 14 years. Now you want a paternity test?
Too late for that.
Fuck out of here.
Too late for that. Oh, Nim, did that hurt your
Yes,
feelings?
it did.
Have you got over that?
No, I didn't.
You ain't never forget it.
No, I never won't.
Has he addressed that?
No.
It's just unspoken.
It is unspoken. And then my mama had the nerve to say, well, you want to change to your daddy last name? No.
Keep it.
Now this nigga don't want to claim me.
Yeah.
And you telling me to take, hell no, I ain't taking that nigga last name.
Yeah.
Fuck no. Bitch, I'm me.
Limit testing. Who is it?
Me.
Mama is me. Limit tester. Limit tester.
But the same thing. And then you got Darla's mama,
who trying to protect her, right? I see it, but she protecting her in a very, like, the thing is, her daughter got her own shit going on.
Right.
So, like, when do you own up to your kids got shit going on?
Right. Darla was just sucking and fucking 3 months ago.
You see when Aunt Vi came in and read the mama for filth.
Ooh, she did.
Aunt Vi came in and said, let me tell you something, sister.
And they keep talking about that one instance where
one person, 2 people was on the kitchen table playing cards.
These men, this liquor.
And women, these are women he's dating, like he's with. And these women aren't, like.
No.
Jesus. And I would say the women were extremely respectful, right? Like they weren't coming up in there walking through naked, right? You know, like, Jesus.
They come when he sleep.
Oh, shut up. That was one time.
And eat the booties like groceries.
Shut up. But yeah, Darla tried to put a little bit of a stop to it. Mm-hmm. I don't know how long of a stop it's going to be, but we'll see. It's going to be something to go through. Nova is doing Nova things.
Yeah. She's starting to feel bad about
She's such an academic. And while everybody else is living real life, she's living in her head. Because she got sent her first book draft in. And they was like, it's all right, we want to know about you. Yeah, duh, bitch. They asked for a book about you, and you talk about everybody else but. Duh. And then she talking about, then Micah come and what? Micah need his ass what? Because Charlie Borderline West is going through it. Mm-hmm. First off, you want to start with the white people who lied to her. Which we knew they was going to do.
Ooh.
Which we knew they was going to what?
Play her ass.
I knew it.
I felt it in my bones. I sent out a memo. You didn't get the memo? Well, you wasn't there. Your ass ain't vote. This shit going through.
And then a white woman just walk away.
I said,
like white women do.
This white woman been playing your ass.
Yep. And then got more percentages to them.
Yeah.
And they building this fucking prison. Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, she can't even focus on that 100% because Mike about to get fucking arrested because her other white woman friend be like, child, they thinking about talking to your son.
You better get you a lawyer.
Get you a lawyer or have him shut the fuck up, one or the other, or both. Mm-hmm. And then Charlie trying to go to Micah, see what's going on. He talking about, I don't know, just snatching away. I do what I want to do. Leave me alone, mama. Nigga, do you realize you could go to jail? Right. Oh, stupid nigga.
You gonna be in jail right with your friend.
Yeah. And then Charlie couldn't get to him. Then she run Davidson, old whack ass. Mm-hmm. Then he tried to get to her. So it was just a lot. It was a good episode, though.
It was.
Everything's rounding up.
Yeah.
Perfect. You got anything else? I can't think of nothing else. We'll do some shit. We got any shout out Fridays or we don't
shout outs?
What we got?
Well, let's see here. So, like I said, be sure to leave a 5-star rating review. Apple Podcasts and on such a. We ain't have no 5-star reviews.
Oh.
It's made me a little sad.
It's all right.
Starting not to even do a show.
Oh, Niram Hush. This
is actually why we're going on a week hiatus.
Shut up. No, it's not.
So we can, so y'all niggas can go ahead and get some
Be
reviews
quiet.
going
He lying.
while we gone. So you want to read the first email?
Sure. The next is from Tavia, and it's subject. She phonetically put it out for us because we have trouble. The subject is hammer. Don't hurt them. The message says, hey, what's up, fam? I apologize for the long email in advance and understand if it doesn't make the cut. It will, but it was on my heart. No, we can say it. All right, it says, Mayambi, don't let the Joe Button spirit consume you with them children. Something happened. LOL, it's easy for us to look back and say they need to be humble themselves and lower their standards on first jobs. But if Jessica and Tyler can come out of college and become director of managers or lead of X, Y, and Z, why not us? It's great that they have a vision, but like you both mentioned later in the episode, many of us tend not to negotiate or accept lower positions because we inherit this thought process that is arrogant to ask for more or think beyond. So why is it privileged for children to approach to approach it in the same way right out the gate? My first job ever was Dollar General and a second in a seafood restaurant, and I am no way privileged, but I wish I would have done things differently. Being first generation, I knew nothing about how to navigate the system, and I'm still learning. I guess I'm anti-culture, as Neil mentioned, LOL. But that's what happens when you live in the deep South and constantly have to play the game, as they said. I think the kids might have posed the question about how relative is your first job matter to you, your overall career, but they want to figure out how do they break into the area where they might have the skill, they might have the skills, degree, but yet see someone who looks like them in the space. I don't believe they would not take the job. Unrelated to their career, but it can be difficult to transition to the industry without 7 to 10 years of experience. Being trilingual and having ended world hunger for those of our hue. Come on. On the same hand, Jessica and Tyler just have to be likable. Not the best of the best, not even knowledgeable of their role, just likable. This does not apply to Jack and Jill. Or high society blacks. They may have that entitled tone that you mentioned, but for the rest of the kids, go easy on them. I try to. Probably not. I think I agree with everything she said. I think when they turned me off is when they was like, I don't care about diversity. And I was like, sis, you're not about to look, wait a minute. Hold up. I think that's what threw me off. But everything else I do agree with. Nerims, if you ever wanted to share LinkedIn tips or the book you mentioned a few episodes back related to LinkedIn, it would be greatly appreciative. I too would like to find my job, and I appreciate your experience advice you both share. I'm looking to move into social media marketing with a focus on culture and diversity. I have been working on my master's in brand communication in the next 2 weeks and looking for workshops, conferences, books, and any resources I can to...
What? You swallowing your words, baby.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I mumbling?
Yes.
And any conferences, books, and any resources I can take in really to develop my skills. Do you have it? That book, Neramore?
It's called LinkedIn Makeover.
Okay. Any other things she should do if she's doing digital media design? I think Afrotech is a thing, right?
Afrotech is a thing. But for the LinkedIn tips, it's called LinkedIn Makeover. She has a website. The course is like $100.
Yeah.
And you get the ebook and like all the other examples. And one of the things I did from there was just look at, because she has like a a Twitter that she does this for like a living. So she rewrites everybody like LinkedIn and things of that sort, and then she posts it on Twitter. So what I did was during the whole course and things of that sort, I'll go look for people who had similar degrees or job titles that I'm trying to get and look at their experience and how they did their LinkedIn and then rob and duplicate.
Yeah. Nice. Any other resources for social media marketing, breaking in?
Freelance, come up with your own business.
Yeah.
And freelance. So that can be another.
And freelance while you're doing it.
Yes.
So you can have some years of experience.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's real shit though. Like, so while you're going through your master's or whatever your graduate degree program is, create your company now, and so you can go ahead now.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
because I was like, create your company now, and even if it's just your blog for now, create a blog, get an LLC, and put that on your resume.
Yep.
Because that's how, like, one of my main experiences is that, you know, they look at that and say, oh, you've been doing this since 2012. I can say, I started off as a blog, then I freelance, now I do a full service type thing. I do social media, I do marketing, ad spends, and all the other above, and I can talk like knowledgeably about it.
Yes.
And say that, you know, through this, I've worked with Nike or blah, 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 or blah, blah, blah. And yeah, it may have just been a sponsored blog post on my blog, but that's still considered working with Nike.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So that's Neeram Suffice. It says on the top of Black women in childbirth. Last week there was a Black woman who refused to ride to the hospital after the rescue workers reminded her several times of how much it would cost and that she had just had a baby. This was their way of saying, we know you can't afford the ride and we can't be bothered. The woman later died, leaving behind a 7-year-old and a 7-day-old. Ugh. She also complains about not feeling well after leaving the hospital and was likely ignored at that time. It's scary to think about the risk in general about childbirth and the lack of care and concern around Black women prior and post delivery. I am in 100% agreement about having an ecosystem of people around you, so someone is definitely there to advocate for you and support you if necessary. It's something to that. Like, and I think it's multi-pronged, right? So I think, of course, it's the medical system. I think it's white supremacy. Like, I think it's a socioeconomic thing. I think it is very multi-pronged.
Yeah.
In this situation that's happening, and I gotta finish reading. I think there's another sentence left in here, and I think that might be my passion project this year. Like, really diving into that. I'm gonna see if there's like communities of support out here that I can help and join. And it just don't feel right to me, right? Something about this does not feel right, and I don't feel this is not something we can do. Well, we can't depend on the government for nothing. Like, we can't depend on the government. We can't depend on other people. We have to just depend on ourselves.
Yeah, you have to.
And checking up on each other and creating safe spaces for women and women of color to do this. Like, even for that, I feel like it should be an organization that would cover that shit.
Right.
Some type of nonprofit would cover, or like, when do you just be a human? Like, if you given a taxi or somebody you just get in the fucking car. You having a child.
Right.
This one on me. Like, are people that sickening? But it is something. You are so right. And it says, lastly, I apologize for the long email, but the last episode touched so many points. I figured I would send an email rather than call and respond from my cubicle. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Happy Friday, nigglets. Tavia, thank you so much for the email. It was amazing. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So our next one is from Juliana. You know, I like when Juliana, because I can tell when she's listening to the episode. Yeah. Because I guess she'd be right at her cubicle.
That's how I would do it.
And she just got...
As my thoughts are coming in, I would just send like ramblings of thoughts.
She got Outlook open on one screen. Gmail. And her work on the other screen, and she got Black Love Matters and her address book. Yeah. And she got it on a shortcut. Yeah. Control B, it comes up, and then she just go ahead and just hit off of rapid fire joints. Yeah. So she sent us about 4 or 5 of them. So the first one,
we'll run them together. Yeah.
Was weave. She said, "Can you just throw a couple rollers in before you go to bed?"
I hate this weave. I'm gonna try to roll it. I think I'm gonna have to do it like Friday night, so tonight, and see what happens on Thursday.
The thing is, Nyambi, she used to like weave, but I don't know if she even.
I don't know if I like it anymore.
I think Nyambi just likes a natural hairstyle.
Yeah, that might be the thing.
Like, you might just have to stick with Afro wigs or braids.
I might have to.
Because every time you get a wig, I don't like this wig. It's too flat. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know enough about hair.
How do you think it looks?
I like it.
Well, not now, but
I liked it on you.
Do you like it in the morning?
Yeah.
What do it serve?
I like when you curl it up. I told you to give me a little Olivia Pope.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Next email.
Sometimes I'll be wondering if you're gonna be in the closet with a white man. And if you are, just make sure I'm paid.
Come on, Nero.
The other one says, next one says NYC Marathon. That's a really big deal. Nyambi, go support your man if you can.
Thank you. See, I needed somebody to tell me the truth if I'm supposed to be out there or not. Nobody was telling me. All right.
You ain't got to be out there. It's going to be thousands or hundreds of thousands of people out there.
Okay.
Cheer me on.
So it don't matter. If I'm in one of that number.
I know how long, like, cheering for a marathoner who's slow for like me, it's a 6 or 7 hour event.
I mean, I would go to a museum.
You're going to do something.
I would entertain myself, go to the movies, go out to eat.
And it's New York, so
it's easier. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if all the places will be more packed because of that.
Probably.
We'll see. It's always packed in New York, though.
The next one is porn. Y'all check out Chat Your Bait, where you can chat with the girls while they do stuff.
The video girls.
That's what I told Naomi. If I ain't get a job, I was gonna be a cam boy, and I was just gonna wear a hoodie. And
Oh my God, not a hoodie.
And just be shirtless and do.
How you gonna be a hoodie and shirtless? Like with rip up like a.
Yeah, like one of those vest hoodies.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And just do push-ups and like rub on my belly and like rub body oil on my belly.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go like the complete different route. Like you know how people like the mukbangs. I would do it where I just eat food. And crunch on chicken. And that okay, never. Cool.
So yeah, I heard of it, and I was gonna be on it if I ain't get no job. So
Yeah.
my ass is just gonna be on there.
You go to the listeners. Could y'all just click on so I get enough views? You
Right.
don't got to really look at it. Could you just
Go ahead and give me some views.
Did you just get some views?
Right. So I
Just
can get this
play it in the
money.
background. Just. Oh Lord.
And then the other email was porn too. I love this porn vision Nyambi has. It's rough to find something I like.
It is. It is. You be looking like, what is this?
I don't think you watch enough porn to even know what you like.
I do. It's not what I done seen.
Because Nyambi be like, I don't want to get no virus.
Literally infused.
I said, baby, it's not like the old days.
I don't virus on my computer on my phone.
Pornhub does not have viruses.
Trojan horses.
Right.
I don't want no Trojan horses.
I would say
Trojan horses don't exist no more.
I would say Pornhub is
the safest.
the Amazon of the porn industry.
They got
Them niggas
you should
safe.
see if they hiring.
I should.
Are they? Where they at? They in Tech Valley, Silicon Valley.
Now let me see.
We should see if they hiring.
I bet they get good money too.
That'd probably be fun. It'd probably be lit to work with them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They might be the complete opposite, right? They might
Yeah.
have complete different energy.
They might be squares.
Yeah, that's what I said. They might have complete different energy because it's so, it'll be
they're
us who
looking for
looking.
a data scientist.
You better come on. They
Oh.
looking for a product. Who's the sis who trying to get into digital media?
Pornhub
Sis,
is hiring
they is hiring.
for a product marketing manager in Montreal.
Oh, Montreal. I'll do that.
I
That's
like
nice.
Montreal.
Look, they're based in Montreal.
I guess so.
Get the fuck out of
Look,
here.
they got a marketing designer.
Oh, you should still apply.
Let's see.
Just to go play.
A product manager.
Could you imagine being a software engineer? They hired a software engineer for Pornhub.
Yeah.
That's lit. Do they got a diversity and equity position?
Stupid. Look, Pornhub is looking for a smart and enthusiastic and creative visionary with strong background.
In porn? Oh, what is it? Oh, in porn? I said, what? I didn't know what they was about to ask.
No, and product innovation and define.
Ain't nothing innovative on Pornhub, but I will work for them.
And they're looking for a data scientist too.
Should I need to put a job alert on.
Nia.
Oh my God. You know what they do probably need someone.
Pornhub is offering a job that earns, what's that? Oh,
$250.
$250,000 just by watching porn. Sign me up.
Or you sign up. I could provide all type of critique. Oh, Viceland, I have hours of Pornhub intern for a day.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna watch that after this show. Okay, what else is the emails?
Let me
Make sure it ain't a virus.
no, make sure there's no video. I don't want to be playing in the background.
Oh,
No.
no, it ain't. Oh, I gotta read it.
Yeah, you gotta read it, baby.
I'll read it. That would be interesting. I start thinking about the companies that you don't think of or not, because I'm sure Pornhub ain't going out of business no time soon.
No time soon.
Nope, time soon.
We got one from D. I think this is from the website. I got them all mixed up. She says, listening at work, I know I'm ready for a change. I have been in higher ed for 20 years.
Oh,
Jesus.
well, you put in your work, sis.
Yes, you have. I have been in higher ed for 20 years and do not know what I can do. Next for the next half. Earning my PhD in 2015, and I've been stuck. My background is in education, counseling, psychology. Any inspiration?
Project
or
management. Look for
advice?
project management. Check out Silicon Valley. Any project manager role, you can do it with that. But you got this PhD. They at these different companies, if you're thinking about going industry, they have like qualitative researchers and qualitative analysis that you can go into. Since you did education, counseling, and psychology, a lot of companies, not just only in Silicon Valley, but corporate, they have a employee, not engagement, but like almost a culture officer. That's not diversity. It's not the D&I type stuff, but it's like about culture of the organization, right? So look into that. Also look into like learning navigation type stuff. So learning development. So a lot of times they look for folks from education backgrounds to do like the different trainings at their organization. Look in any form of recruitment, any form of staffing. That's easily transferable in education too.
Yeah. Also seeing, like, if you're in behavioral science, I've seen this a lot. Like, it's called a behavioral marketing manager, and it's basically like people who does behavioral science, but has a swing towards marketing. It's very interesting.
And look also for chief learning officers. A lot of these companies have something called like a chief learning officer, and that's something that you could easily transition with your experiences in higher education. Also look for the higher education adjacent companies, right? So it's a lot of different, be it tech firms or how do you even say it? Organizations that serve higher education. Am I saying this right? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, of course, I'm not thinking of just like Qualtrics and stuff, but like, you know, all the vendors that higher education or universities and schools use within their organization. They have like liaisons and stuff.
Yeah.
That does that.
So for example, I got
I'm struggling.
example. So for example, most schools have like Adobe.
Yeah.
Like the Adobe Suite, Photoshop, things of that sort. There's a liaison that the school work with.
Yeah.
But from Adobe.
Yes.
And they need people that have that background so they can know like how that stuff works.
Absolutely.
Vice versa. How does it work in academia? What type of red tape you might face?
Yes.
And then you can kind of be that bridging type of thing.
And then other more traditional stuff. Look at the NSF and NSF, so National Science Foundation. Look at NIH. Any of those major, whatever your, you know, the one for education has one. Any of one for psychology, right? They always have positions that are similar and available for folks who are willing to have that higher ed background. What else is our background? What's counseling? Also look for organizations. So I don't know if you did recruitment stuff. So usually the organization that you recruit from, so I'm thinking like the Third Marshall Foundation, right? NAACP, they have like education liaisons. So that's how I would get kind of creative and doing stuff from that. So I hope those were some ideas, but it's plenty of ways to flip it.
Yeah. You want to read the last one?
Sure. Oh, this is from Red Baron, right? Yep. So a success for the culture message from episode 168. Nyambi talked about not stepping into the role where she wasn't going to spearhead a division of outreach brown faces. The context on being their privilege and not understanding the importance of career over what's my first job need to be. I support that. Yeah, I would say this. I have done this job and I've hated to get to stepping stones where I would like to be in life, and I'm not there yet, sadly to say. This younger generation may have more, but they need a nigga wake up call and understand that every stepping stone they have today was built to keep us away from white folks' money.
Let's start right there. This is why, like, remember when I said the only way I can mentor a black kid is if I can cuss them out, because I need to be able to call them a nigga.
Yeah.
And I need them to be okay with that.
You know, we're getting to the generation of kids who never whooped.
Right.
But, you know, that has its own context in itself. You know, Bill Hooks told we shouldn't be whooping on our kids' ass, all that stuff. It says, are we happy for them? Yes. Do we want their hustle to be solid and firm? Yes. Yes, we do. But the worst thing we can do is idly stand by and let them be ignorant, not understand that they are not white and don't have a Rolodex of people to bail them out. That's a word. That meeting their goals and being successful and opening the doors is important. Also, they need to understand that at all times they are diversity outreach by their skin color and not their skills. They need to make the most of what they have and make it grow. Being in white spaces mean that that they are the case study for future employment for people of color, and that matters. For Black and brown people, chances are made based on the advancement of the backs of other people of color, and never forget that. Be proud in your achievements and open the door with dignity and class. Come on, it's a word.
It is.
It's as I said, yeah, that's why I told y'all, like, let me check me on this and educate me and redirect me, because, you know, I be in a space where I be like, what the, like, I literally go into my best acting, right? Because I'm not gonna say nothing to harm these brown babies, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say nothing. Like, people ask me if they try to hint at it, I'm like, they're brilliant, they're gorgeous, bring them in. But in my head, I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
What your mama teach you? And like I said, I don't even think, low key, high key, I wouldn't even been triggered by any of this until sis was like, I'm not really concerned with diversity and equity.
And you was like, what?
And I just got immediately triggered. Like, I was just like, oh, like, it was like ding, 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 ding.
What?
Ding, 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 ding. You know, I politely said, but I couldn't still yoke her up like I wanted to, because who was watching?
The feds.
You know, they was always looking like,
Right.
like, what's gonna be next? But y'all, it's a word, it's something, right? And it's something we have to learn how to navigate within, right? And
I agree.
And it's something that, you know, especially me being in this area, and I'm sure this is what I'm gonna come into a lot more. I'm gonna have to hone and cultivate my skills into connecting with them, right? So finding some type of connection with them and having a breakthrough.
Yeah. Because I have to be able to call them nigga.
You said, or at least know that when it's coming from me, it's not a negative space. Like,
Right.
my expectation, you don't have to say that, but, you know, if I'm saying no, it's from a place of love, or like, even like the young woman I talked about earlier, was she might, the peer that I talked about earlier today. Like, I'm like, where's this lack of, you know, just connection in the brown community, right? And like, and I'm not saying we all got to be friends and we shall overcome, but the white folks surely be friendly to each other when they come to work. Like,
Right.
you know, like,
Even when they don't like that.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm working through it, y'all. And y'all know I'm going to keep an eye out for them brown babies. I ain't going to let them slip through the cracks. Like, I already done saved one of their privileged asses. Because, look, one of my direct reports was like, so-and-so, the black one, wanted me to write a letter. First of all, and they asked them for a letter of support, and then think to build a relationship to come to me, who has a lead title, to write the... Fine. But then the person who under me was like, I'm uncomfortable with writing a letter because I don't know them as much. What you think I should do? You know, if I was funny, I'd be like, say no. But you know, and I think in the other space I would have, but I knew that was a brown baby. And I was like, well, you know, they're intern. How about you have a meeting with them and be explicit on what you can and can't write the letter on? And, you know, of course, I asked them, do you feel it can be positive? Yeah, I just want to be detailed. Well, right, you know, maybe can you give them a task for the next 2 weeks to figure out, you know, to show these areas or gaps that you're concerned of with. But that's the shit right there I'm talking about, right? Like, no one even schooled him. You know so fucking much. That you asking for a letter of, and that person, not saying there's nothing wrong with getting from that person, but you ain't been meeting with this person, you asked for a little rep, sir.
Right.
And you see another brown face and you ain't even think to,
Right.
Jesus. The children gonna drive me to drink, y'all.
I believe the children are a future.
But you know, I ain't gonna let them slip.
Teach them well and let them lead.
I ain't gonna let them slip. Y'all can count on that. I ain't, as much as they gonna get on my nerves, as much as I'm gonna try to Joe Bug and the Migos them, I'm not gonna let them slip.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna push them forward.
We got a couple voicemails.
Alrighty.
Let's see. By this phone number, I bet this is Shan.
Oh, Shan.
Let's see.
Hello. Hey. Hey.
I have put down my teeth, kids. So let's talk about this black women and their rate as far as like them dying from birth and shit.
Yeah.
Being a brown woman, I would say maybe it's probably the fact that a lot of brown women don't have good health care, and they're limited to how many times they can go see the doctor while they're pregnant, versus someone who has full insurance from probably a Cigna or have Blue Cross Blue Shield, and maybe they're not in
Like how she heating up a pop pocket.
a rate of living as far as making $40K or $50K or 30 plus K a year to afford to be able to have You're told to go to these doctors who are probably not up to par when it comes to a lot of things. So I think that has something to do with it. Also, how doctors talk to brown women versus how they would talk to someone who is probably Asian or somebody who's probably Indian or somebody who's probably white. I've had two, births for my kids, and I didn't enjoy neither one of them. Not because my care wasn't up to par, but they just feel like, I'm going to tell you when you're really in pain, or I'm going to tell you when we really need to give you this type of medicine. No. Yeah. I am a human.
You can do it. She right about that, right? So it's not even that, like, so that's an example where, Chan, she had the insurance, she was able to do the doctors, but it's almost that pushback, right? If I say I fucking need it.
Right, I need it.
Give me something, right? Give me some options. I'm not asking, I'm telling.
But that's like the thing, like, I got this good-ass insurance, and I was sick, and all I wanted was a Z-Pack. I know I needed a Z-Pack.
Yeah.
I needed some antibiotics. Doc, I need a Z-Pack, and nobody would give me one. Yeah. And they wanted to give me all this other stuff and be like, oh, it's expensive. I don't give a fuck. I got this good-ass experience. My copay is 29 cents. Yeah. Come on.
Did you say 29 cents? And then I was even thinking what Chan was, I know she had left another message for us, but it was about the health insurance, right? Then I still go back to why are brown women dying? Because there's a lot of poor white ones on WIC too. And then it makes me want to look more into WIC to be like, well, what is provided, right? Like, what do the air quote bare minimum look like? And we need to increase that. Like, that's why I keep saying, like, where do my advocacy need to go? Because when you're pregnant, like, all that should be off, like, it's done, right? It doesn't matter when you get pregnant, if you don't have no insurance, high risk or not, you should get what's needed for the survival of you and that child.
Exactly.
But it just really upsets me. It's definitely going to be a passion project for me. But yeah.
All right, here comes the next one.
Continuing. This is Shan.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's pregnant. I am the one in labor, so I should be the one to tell you, hey, knock. She needs an epidural. Like, don't put this needle in my back.
Yeah.
I don't think we're respected in a labor room like any other ethnicity that has something to do with it. And the crazy part is this happens in America. Like, in America, it's more brown women or people from an African-American background who may die from giving birth. And that shit sucks. And yes, as a brown-skinned woman, I'm worried about it every time. I don't care if I have a Blue Cross Blue Shield for insurance. Yes, it's great. Yes, I get to pick my doctor, but at the same time, I'm worried about a nurse waiting 5 times before she comes and helps me versus me being white. So, yeah, it does suck. As far as those panties, it's just a generalized piece of material they give us after we have labor because below there is so sensitive and that's more breathable than cotton. So they give that to us. It's annoying. You have to wear it for like a whole week after you give labor. But you're just, not to be gruesome, but you're bleeding everywhere, so that's how you wear it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep listening. Ta-ta.
Right.
Is it made out of Under Armour material?
Niram is still trying to update this. Niram was like, because Niram finally found a picture. He was like, this it? I was like, yeah, that's it. It got to be wiki material.
Right.
That's that male privilege. It got to be a different type of material because you don't want it also to be tight.
Right.
You don't want it tight. You almost want it a little loose fitting. Like you almost want it just to glide on you to be weightless. Stuff. But I'm sure it's something out there that is equivalent to that, right? And just I don't know. Like I don't got my little sense of autonomy. I want it all, right? How do we make this experience as soothing and blissful as it can be, right? Because it's pain associated with it, but it's things we can do to make these women feel more comfortable while they're in it. That's all I'm saying. Like it's things we can do, right? This is probably one of the hardest things they're doing mentally, physically, and emotionally, and we at least can't make the environment pleasant. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. But
great, we got another one. I don't know this number.
Would you testing it if it's some crazy shit?
Yeah. So please hold.
Yeah. Did you say please hold? Is it a? Oh, look like somebody was driving, honey.
Oh.
Look like that was my Uncle Junebug.
It was a message. Oh well. I ain't know that number.
All right, Neil. Come on.
What the hell
is that it?
Yep, that's it.
All righty. To submit your Black Love stories, go to blacklovematters.com. And to submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us the email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. And to leave a comment about anything that we talked about today, you can do that on the website, SoundCloud, Stitcher, anywhere on social media. That's Black Love Matters with no K. Or you can leave us a voicemail at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. Thank you again for the candles, Alana. I love it. It's so amazing. Like, the room smells amazing right now, doesn't it, Neil? I'm so happy. Thank you for that, sis. Talk to y'all later. And remember, love is ever evolving. Peace.